welcome back to my Nepal vlogs. So it is now day 8 of being in Nepal. Yeah. And we have come to burger and crunchy fried chicken. We see this restaurant everywhere we go, like there's one.
Yeah, it's like
everywhere.
A restaurant chain.
Yeah.
We thought we would give it a try.
Yeah, we thought we'd give it a go since we see it everywhere, see what all the raves about.
Yeah.
What we're doing tomorrow.
I'm trying to rent a car. Hopefully we'll get that tomorrow or day after. So as soon as we get that, we'll be heading to Lumbini, then Pokara.
Yeah, Lumbini is the place where Buddha was born. So we've just finished eating. What's the verdict, Manny? Yeah, I actually really enjoyed the food. I think it's one of my favourite places we've been so far.
Yeah, I think we're finding better places now.
Yeah, as we're going along, we're finding places that we like more. Why do I look so big? It's because you always sit forward so I don't look so big. Look, my head's not actually that big. Look. There you go, we look the same size now. Good morning, so it is now day 9. Today, I'm not sure exactly what's happening. I think Manny's trying to rent a car, so we'll probably be going around trying to sort that out. And then I think we're gonna go to the zoo. Kathmandu Central Zoo is the only zoo in Nepal, established in 1932. The trust aims to develop the Central Zoo as a centre for wildlife research and generate public awareness and participation in nature and wildlife conservation. To refresh ourselves after walking around the zoo, we got some freshly squeezed palm sugar juice and coconut water. We then visited Patan Darbar Square and Krishna Temple. Patan Darbar Square, built in 1627, served as the royal palace of the Malla kings who ruled over Patan for several centuries. Patan is also one of the oldest Buddhist cities, known as a centre of both Hinduism and Buddhism. Krishna Temple, built in 1637, is forbidden for non-Hindus to enter. Beneath its 21 golden pinnacles, there are 3 floors. The first floor enshrines Krishna, the second Shiva, and third Lakshwa. Just a short walk away, we visited the Hiranya Vana Mahavihar, otherwise known as the Golden Temple. It was built in 1409 and is actually a Newari Buddhist monastery. So we're just getting ready now and packing because tomorrow we're going to be making our way to Lumbini. You can get a flight, which would be like 30 minutes I think, but we're actually going to drive. But obviously we're going to be stopping along the way and like seeing what's around and things. Now, I have something I need to get off my chest. I'm not one to moan, or I really hate to complain about anything, but I feel like it's got to the point now where this certain thing is like really making me not enjoy my trip. Obviously, I'm coming here to Nepal as a white woman, and I understand that maybe a lot of people here don't see white people often, especially not an interracial couple such as me and Manny. who also have a mixed baby. I know that's like triple the attraction. I completely understand that, and I know that we are bound to get a few stares. So like when we first came here, first couple of days, I was expecting it. Like I was trying to not let it get to me because, you know, I knew that it was going to happen. But now I'm like a week in and it's kind of starting to affect me now. Everywhere that we go, literally the majority of people, when I look up, they're staring or pointing, or they're talking, and I can see that they're talking and like pointing at me. Some people are filming me, and I don't mind that as much, but it's when they start filming the baby that upsets me. I don't like people filming my child without asking me. You know, I don't know who these people are. I know that they probably wouldn't do anything bad with a video of my child, but it's just becoming more and more of a problem, I feel like. And it's not just that, like sometimes people literally come up and they would be touching my baby, or sometimes they're trying to like go like this, like they want me to hand the baby to them so they can hold him. And again, it might just be a culture thing, maybe that's normal in their culture, but for me that's not normal, and it makes me like feel a lot of anxiety. And I just feel like as the time goes on, I'm just getting like more and more self-conscious, and I'm trying to not let it get to me, because I keep trying to say to myself, look, they've probably just never seen a couple or a family like us before. But it's just when it's like every single day, it's getting a bit much now. It is men and women and children, like, but when the men stare, it's a different type of stare, and it just makes me feel so uncomfortable. I've had a vast variety of things said to me, just to name a few. A guy was staring at my breasts and he was like, nice milks. I've had a couple of men growl at me, and just people saying how beautiful I am and things. Something else that has been bothering me as well is the fact that they have different prices for different people depending on like where you come from. I find that quite strange. Now, I completely understand that there might be a charge difference in local Nepalese people compared to tourists, but it's not like that. They give you different prices depending on where you're from exactly. So obviously, because Manny is from Sri Lanka, he gets a cheaper price than what I would. When they charge me, it's double the price. And I just think that it's wrong. We're a family and we all live in the UK, but because Manny's Sri Lankan and I'm English, both of us get a different price. It's all a bit confusing. If it was just all tourists paid the same, then I think that would be better. I don't know, let me know what you guys think in the comments. But I just think it's a bit wrong to try and charge people differently depending on their skin colour, because that's what they're doing really. They take a look at you and they try and figure out where you're from. Finally, the last thing that I wanted to cover was just that, not in all the temples, but a temple that we went to today, I got a bit upset because we're going to the temple because we want to pay respects to the Buddha, but today there was this guy trying to haggle with us and trying to sell us this, what even was it he was trying to sell? Like, so he could tell us the history of the temple or something.
Yeah.
And then he gave you a different price and then gave me a different price.
No, it just reduced the price. That's what they do, isn't it?
Yeah, well, yeah, they obviously keep reducing it because we said no.
Yeah, they said a different price. Then when...
The thing is that we were inside a temple, and I just felt like it was very disrespectful to be trying to haggle with people like in a temple. We would give money to the temple. Like, we're not stingy like that. We'd give offerings to the Buddha, we'd give money to the temple. But like, people who are trying to haggle and trying to sell things inside the temple, I just feel like they're just trying to profit for themselves. Like, it's not anything to do with the temple. Like, we just wanted a peaceful day, like to just look to the temple and like pray to the Buddha or whatever. And I felt like we couldn't do that because there was people like trying to haggle. Even at the other temple that we went to that day, they were trying to haggle with the prices for the candles. They were giving us like ridiculous prices for the candles, which are the candles that we give to like for the offerings to Buddha. I just feel like that's just not okay to do that. Is it just me? I don't know. So yeah, that was my little rant anyway. I just felt like I had to get all of that off my chest. This is just in Kathmandu. I don't know if it's like this everywhere in Nepal, but yeah, this is just the experience that I've had so far. Like I said, we're going to Lumbini tomorrow and then making our way to Pokara as well after that. So I don't know if it's different in those places, but yeah, I'll update you guys. So it is now day 10 and today we are making our way to Lumbini. We stopped off a couple of times for some refreshments and here we had some traditional Nepali khana sets before continuing our journey. As we drove through the villages of Nepal, I noticed how beautiful the houses are, each one its own colour and pattern, each all so unique with no two the same. A lot of our journey was actually off-road, so it was very bumpy, but overall it took us around 12 hours from Kathmandu to Lumbini. After the longest and bumpiest car ride ever, we finally arrived and this is our accommodation for the night. We then get some well-deserved rest and prepare for tomorrow. Today is day 11 and we have come to Maya Devi Temple. Maya Devi was a Kalian princess and Lord Buddha's mother. The Maya Devi Temple was first built around 249 BC using burnt bricks to safeguard the nativity sculpture and marker stone where Maya Devi had given birth. The Maya Devi Temple is thought of the spiritual heart of Lumbini and Nepal. Here you can wander sacred gardens where you'll find the Ashokan pillar denoting the birthplace of Lord Buddha, who was born around 563 BC. Here you can see a sturdy brick pavilion protects the temple ruins. You can also find ancient ruins of stupas and the sacred pool where Maya Devi bathed before giving birth to Lord Buddha. We're in Lumbini and today we walked around Maya Temple.
Yeah, that's Lord Buddha's mother.
And there was the palace that Buddha grew up. And we also went to the exact location, literally the exact spot where the Buddha was born and where he supposedly took his first steps.
Yeah.
Some of the things where we had to go inside, we wasn't allowed to film, but I managed to film everything that was outside and other areas that were available for filming. The only problem was, it was like, what, 42 degrees?
Yeah.
Was it 42 or more? I feel like it was more than 42 degrees.
Yeah.
I felt like I was in an oven.
Felt like 50.
I thought I was in a Sahara desert. I literally went bright red. Well, I looked in the mirror and I was purple. We just couldn't cope with it anymore, and also baby as well. It was just like far too hot. So we came back to the hotel and we've all had a wash, had something to eat, and now we're feeling ready to go again. So just because of the heat problem, we're gonna make our way now to Pokara.
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 Pokara. Pio.
We're going there. On our way to Pokara, we came across the Gandaki Golden Bridge, built recently in 2020. The bridge is over the Gandaki River with a height of 122 metres and a span of 567 metres, making it the second longest suspension bridge in the world and highest bridge in Nepal. So this is our next accommodation, finally in Pokara, after what, 6-hour car journey?
Yeah. We made it alive.
Yeah.
That's what matters.
This is the bathroom. And then we have our own private balcony here. But then also out here there's like a communal balcony. Our total journey from Lumbini to Pokara took around 6 hours, so once we arrived, we settled ourselves in, went for something to eat, and then had an early night. Good morning! So, we've just had breakfast. I didn't get to film it because I had to put Miss Rachel on my phone for the baby. But it basically was just like a typical English like buffet breakfast that you'd get at a hotel. So this is the view in the morning. I showed you this last night when it was dark. This is now when it's light. And I think up there, where is it? Right up there, if I zoom in a bit. That's a stupa up there. Today, any plans that we had to go on pause as we had a thunderstorm. However, we still managed to get out the hotel and explore the streets surrounding. Later on, it brightened up a bit, so we went down to Phewa Lake, which is the second largest lake in Nepal. There was a great vibe here, with lots of little restaurants and bars to relax and enjoy the views. So me and Manny are off to see some of the nightlife in Pokara. Yeah. We just had some shots and now we're heading out.
Just mango juice.
This is not mango juice. It's mango and vodka. But no one else needs to know that. It is now day 13 and today we are going to Serangoon for some views of the Himalayan mountains. From this viewpoint you can see the Dhaulagiri and Annapurna range of the Himalayan mountains. We then went to Begnas Lake for a little boat ride. We stopped off on the other side of the lake for some food before making our way back. It is now day 14 and today we have come to Devi's Fall, named after a lady who fell in and died. So we've come back to the hotel as it started raining. We were going to go to a cave, but we're going to do that tomorrow now. So you'll see that in our next vlog. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Comment below your thoughts. If you have any recommendations for places for us to visit in Pokhara, then please let us know. If you don't know me, I upload every Friday. So if you want to see my face on your if you want to see my face on your screens every Friday, then hit that subscribe button and I'll see you very soon.